Jamie Raskin appeared on Face the Nation and was asked about Trump, his anti-democratic actions and statements. And then Jamie Raskin goes on to also defend and support Biden's speech and kind of the points that he made within it. So I want to show you this really interesting moments.
Thank you. We're joined now by Maryland Congressman Jamie Raskin, a Democratic member of the January 6th Select Committee. Congressman, good to see you. Good morning.
Thanks so much for having me, Major.
So former President Trump says that MAGA Republicans are trying to save democracy and they want to be taken seriously on this issue. So let's review what the former president said this week earlier. He said the 2020 election should be rerun or he should be reinstated in office, and that if reelected in 2024, he would provide apologies and full pardons to those charged and or convicted for storming the Capitol on January 6th. Evaluate that.
Well, first, if he's saying that the election should be rerun, which is something he's been asserting from the beginning, that's totally outside of the Constitution. There's no procedure for the military just to seize the election machinery and run a new election, which is one of the things that his disgraced former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn was pushing, and we know was part of the January 6th plot. Look, more than 60 courts rejected every claim of electoral fraud and corruption, which Donald Trump advanced. He's had the benefit of more than 60 courts, including 8 courts where he appointed the judges to office. Look at all those claims, and they were all rejected. It was rejected in the states, and he lost the election. 2 of the hallmarks of a fascist political party are, 1, they don't accept the results of elections that don't go their way, and 2, they embrace political violence. And I think that's why President Biden was right to sound the alarm this week about these continuing attacks on our constitutional order from the outside by Donald Trump and his movement.
Absolutely. He just so effectively, and this is something I have always admired Jamie Raskin for, is his communication ability, effectively and pretty quickly broke down everything that you need to be aware of in kind of summary form about Donald Trump, his movement, why it's so important when we call them out, why the word fascism gets thrown around in relation to them. And as he highlighted, just in Trump's recent statements, he's so clearly indicated this is the intention of him and the movement that he stands for. Against democracy, clearly wanting to be put into power, appointed the president randomly by who? I don't know. Midterm of another president because of false claims of election fraud. And then 2, he also recently said, I'm financially supporting and would definitely look into pardoning the January 6th rioters, that kind of promoting of political violence. 2 of the big things Jamie Raskin pointed out there. And not to mention being able to just quickly list off all of the reasons why it has been so thoroughly debunked that the election was stolen. And y'all see me out on the ground interviewing Trump supporters and kind of posing those same questions to them. And often there's no answer. It's just kind of, one of the people said, well, have you seen much pro-Biden stuff on social media? That was his response. Okay, so you believe the election was stolen because on your social media feed that gives you things you want to see because the algorithm is trying to make it as appealing to you, you don't see much pro-Biden stuff. So surely Trump had to have won and Biden had to have stolen it. And then another guy I talked to said, well, the guy that told me about the research that the election was stolen isn't here, so I can't provide any information about that. It's brutal. And I just think being able to quickly summarize why that's not only a dangerous claim, but a false claim, and the damage that is being done by that false claim being perpetuated is so important. So credit to Jamie Raskin there. And then also not backing down, because a lot of people are pretending to be so outraged about Biden's comment in regard to Trump and his movement. And we shouldn't back down when people pretend that it hurt their feelings so bad. No, Joe Biden's accurately describing the threat that the MAGA movement poses to our democratic process. Y'all can't deny that. We're just saying the actions that you have chosen to take and the leaders you choose to support are deteriorating our democracy. You are going against our democratic process. We're just saying it. We're describing it. It's on you to fix it. So don't be upset that we're making accurate statements about what is going on in our country. Great job from Jamie Raskin. More people need to get on platforms like he did and just quickly break down these claims, quickly break down why Trump is such a threat to our democracy, and why people need to wake up to that.